Student, in this chapter number 10, you will be learning about subscripted variable array, how to create it and what operations we can perform on array. Okay, children, we all know that we need to store or give value in our program through variable. Okay, whatever value we give, we have to first of all store in any variable, and then we have to refer that value with that variable name. Okay, so basically when we create a variable, it can hold only one value. Okay, but what if we want to store more than one value? If 2-3 values are there, then it's okay, we can initialize that number of variable. But if you want to work with 10 values, 20 values, 30 values of similar type, then for that 40 times initialization of variable is not sufficient. Okay, it will be a tedious task and it will not be very easy for us. Okay, so for that case we have subscripted variable, that is array. Can you see the subscripted variable array? Array is a name location that can hold up to whatever number of size or whatever size user has given. As per that size declaration, it can hold the value. For example, if the user has declared array of 10 size, so it can hold up to 10 values. Okay, but it can hold 10 values of similar data type, not different data type. Okay, so let's see what is this in array. Array, you can see here, this is the compartment which is created whenever we create array. For example, this array can hold up to how many size? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values. Okay, so 5 values can be saved in this. Okay, so this is what, so this you can see here, the name of this array is stu_age, and in the square bracket the size of the array is given 5. That means it can hold up to 5 values. Okay, and each and every, the name of this entire array is stu_age only. Okay, but how are we going to refer to the middle value or each and every element of this array? For example, if we want to work with the number 17 of this array, so how we are going to use? We are going to give the name of this location by the variable name stu_age, that is the array name, and you can see here 5 boxes are there. So this is having the subscript value 0, then 1, then 2, then 3 and 4. That means the size of the array is 5, but the index number, these 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is known as index number, which is also called subscript value. Okay, and this subscript value we have to give in the square bracket. For example, if we have written stu_age, we have to write here only, and along with this where 5 is written, we will be writing for reference. When we have to use it for our calculation purpose, we have to give the subscript value, that is stu_age and 0. That means we are referring to which number? 14. Okay, similarly, if suppose I write again here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now if suppose you are writing again stu_age and in bracket I am writing here 3. So which value we are talking about? This 15 number. So it will just give the value 15, because at this 4th index number value 15 is 2. So this is how the manipulation of data takes place. Okay, how the reference takes place. Okay, this is what subscript all about. You can see here the examples are given stu_age1. So what is the value stored in this? 16. Then 3 location 17. Okay, so always remember whatever the size of the array will be, whatever size you have given. So for example, you have given the size of the array 2. So that means its subscript value will be 0, 1, 2. That means the last value will be always n-1, that is size minus 1. The index number will start from 0 to 2. Okay, so its size was, suppose you have given the size of the array, you have given 3. So its index number will be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so 1 less. So this is how it works. So let's see here. Declaration of array. Now how to declare an array? If you have, suppose I ask you to enter 10 numbers from the user or 10 names from the user. So declaration, as you were doing for simple variable, the declaration process will be entirely same. That is, data type will appear first, then the name of your array here, and in the square bracket you will be writing the size. That means up to how much data you want to store, and then semicolon. Okay, so for example, you can see the example also. Int, that is stug, is an array whose size is 5 and it can store or hold up to integer type of data only. Okay, so it is very simple. Okay, this is how you are going to declare. Okay, next is how to access the value or how to get the input or the value to store in your array. So for that, as you know, that the whatever size we are declaring, okay, we are going to give that size. So index number we all know. Suppose the size of your array is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the index number will be 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that means the index is starting from 0 to 3. So repeatedly you can see one increment is there in the index number. So for this purpose we need a loop. We require a for loop. Okay, and the index number, for index number reference we will be giving the variable I. Okay, now let's see the example how it works. For example, you have written for I is equals to 0, and I told you that array always looping will be done n minus 1 size. That is why it is written less than n, not less than equals to n. You will not write, because if, as I told you, that if the array size is 2, so index number will be what? 0 and 1 only. Okay, that is the size of the array is 2, 0 and 1. So it will be less than 2. That is the n. So n, if suppose you don't know the size of the array, so it should be less than n, because it is starting from, index number is starting from 0 and not from 1. Clear? Now next is what? Printf enter age. That means this message will be displayed on the screen. Scanf %d ampersand. Now this time you have to write complete stu underscore age, and in subscripted value you will write, and value, subscripted value we will get from I. So whatever will be the value of I, that will be the index number for whom we want the elements. Okay, so this is how it works. So that means it will get the age for 5 times. Okay, what is the size of the array? 5, or size is not given, so it will be n times. Okay, n time. So n time before, this is only a small piece of code, not the entire program. Okay, so n value you have to take at the beginning of this for loop. Okay, next is your for I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Again you can see, that means it will just whatever is the value of I, that is index number, and whatever is the value of stu age, that value will be added and it will be stored in the sum. And then afterwards, after completing this loop, when the entire sum has been done, finally the average has been taken out. So this is the way how you can calculate sum and average of the elements stored in your array stu underscore age. Clear? Next is the initialization of array. Initialization means that how you are going to get the value. First method is to have the constant value. You can see here again the same declaration is taking place, and when you want, you know the value, you don't want it from the user, then you have to write here equals to, and within curly braces you are giving these value. Now you can see the size of the array is 5. So the how many value is been given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 value. That means these values are constant. Okay, throughout the program this will remain constant, and this is the way how you can have constant value. It should be enclosed within pair of braces, and each element should be separated by comma. Okay. Now we have to run the loop statement again for getting the value. You can use scanf %d. So this loop, that means it will ask for 5 times. This scanf will work for 5 times, that is from 0 to 4. Okay, so 0 to 4 are how many numbers? 5. So this will ask for 5 times, and each time stu underscore age I, so for example, i's value is 0. So at 0th index number, suppose 5 user has given, 5 will be stored. At 1 index number, what will be stored? 16, suppose user has given, so 16 will be stored. And this way it will carry on till stu age, and in square bracket 4, suppose user has given 70, so 70 will be the value of 4. That means each time the values will not be overwritten. Okay. So this is how it is done. Then we will have types of array. This we are going to cover in our next video. Okay. In this video you have learned how to declare and initialize array. Okay. Now in next video you will be seeing what are the different types of array. Okay. Thank you children. Have a good day.